Today on Kindly Carnivore, Carnivore Lasagna. Hello everyone, let's get ready to make some lasagna. Now you can make this carnivore without any tomato sauce and instead maybe use a white cream sauce to this recipe, or you can make it ketovore and put a little bit of tomato sauce or in there with a few spices, Italian spices. And this is basically what you're going to need. Okay, so you're going to need about a half a pound. Here it's a half a pound of sausage, pork sausage, and a half a pound of ground turkey. And you can also add probably, if you want to build it up some, a half a pound of ground beef also. Okay, so I'm just cooking this meat up, the sausage and the ground turkey together. I'm just putting it in a pan, and I'm cooking this up. And once it gets completely cooked, we'll go ahead and finish the rest of our recipe. Continue cooking your meat choices until they're thoroughly cooked through. Set your oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we want to mix up a little bit of, happens to be cream cheese at room temperature, and I put 2 tablespoons of the whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, into it. So now we just want to mix it up and make it nice and smooth. So you're just making it nice and smooth. The cream cheese and a couple tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Next, we're going to add in 4 eggs. So here we go. We're going to add our 4 eggs. We've got 4 raw eggs, and we're going to put them into our mix. So now with the 4 eggs into our cream cheese, oh, by the way, it's 4 ounces of cream cheese, and a couple tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Now we're going to whip these 4 eggs into it. So we're whipping our 4 eggs into our cream cheese mixture. And then you might want to just scrape down the sides of the bowl like I've done here. Okay, for the rest of this little bit of reprieve between putting our lasagna layers together, I'm letting you know you can make this recipe ketogenic as well, and a lot of people like the taste of the tomato sauce. So here's what I did, because this is going to be very minimal carbs that you're adding in per slice. When your lasagna is done and you cut it and you take a slice out for yourself, it's only going to be a minimum of a couple of carbs per slice. So to make this ketogenic, you don't have to do this step. You could make like a white sauce with your heavy whipping cream and a little bit of onion powder and maybe some pepper in that, and just cook it slowly on the stove. But in this case, here's all I did, because I didn't even use a whole can of paste. I use a half a can of tomato paste, not more than a half a can. So somewhere between a third and maybe, at the minimum, even a quarter can. Then to bring this sauce up, I've added 3 tablespoons of water, maybe 4 tablespoons. That's all. I just kept mixing it until the paste and the water combined just real slowly in my little bowl. Next, for the spices, you want to add some onion powder, oregano, and garlic. And I would say maybe a half a teaspoon of each. No more than a quarter to a half a teaspoon. And then that will make your simple sauce, and we can continue to put our lasagna layers together. Okay, for our cheeses, what we're going to use, this is mozzarella, shredded mozzarella, and I have some grated, just store-bought grated Parmesan cheese. And the other cheese you could probably use is either some ricotta or some provolone. So based upon what you have on hand, perhaps, maybe you just want to keep this real simple because it's all you have in your pantry or in your refrigerator. Just do what you have with what you have. It'll taste great. Okay, so let's start assembling it in our pan, and I'm just using an 8x8 square pan, oven acceptable square pan. This happens to be made by Pyrex. First you want to do is you want to put a little bit of sauce. So if you're using white sauce, put the white sauce, but I am using a little bit of tomato sauce, and you put just a little bit in the bottom of your pan, like so. Alright, so the sauce looks something like this. Just a little bit in the bottom of the pan. Next, we're going to take a little bit of this mozzarella cheese and sprinkle that over this little bit of sauce. Okay. Next, we're going to take some of our egg and cream cheese and a little bit of whipping cream mixture and put that as our next layer. Okay, that looks pretty good. Next, we're going to take some of our meat sauce. Our meat rather, not meat sauce. Some of our meat. This is that half pound of ground turkey and a half a pound of regular pork sausage. And I told you that you can put some beef with that if you want. Ground beef. Just make sure it's cooked before you do this layering step in your pan. It has to be cooked. And cook it thoroughly, like it says on the package, so that you're not having problems with raw meat. Serving raw meat. And so I just spread it evenly over my pan. Okay, next, some more cheese. So you're going to sprinkle more cheese over top. Next, you're going to put some more of your cream, egg, and cream cheese mixture. Just keep layering it. It's a little bit slow going here, but that's okay. You do it to how you can do it. So we're going to need one more layer of this after we add a little bit of sauce. So just do it to what you have. Yeah, it looks something like that. So let me back out here. Okay. So you see how I'm building this up little by little. So the next step is we put some a little bit more tomato sauce on it. Okay, so I put a little bit more of the tomato sauce on there and I spread it out a little bit. Next, I'm sprinkling on a little bit of Parmesan cheese here on top of the tomato layer. And again, we're going to add some more of our cooked ground meat. Just make sure it's well spread out over your pan, the area of your pan. And you can make this as thick as you would like to. The whole idea is, you add as much meat protein to it as you would like. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you spread that last layer. So we had 2 good layers of meat, 2 good layers of the tomato sauce, 2 layers again, of the cream cheese and whipped cream with the
eggs.
Okay, there's another layer of some mozzarella cheese. Again, you could put provolone cheese here. You could put even, I suppose, if you wanted to make it Greek, you could put feta cheese in there. It would be just fine. So you're going to evenly spread that all over your meat. Okay, and then another layer of sauce over top of your layer of cheese. Okay, and then another layer of that cream sauce with the eggs on top of the tomato. Okay, and then I'm sprinkling a little bit more Parmesan cheese on the top. Now you could finish with a tomato paste or a tomato sauce layer if you would like to, but that's up to you. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of more oregano for a final touch on the top of it. And then into our 350-degree oven it goes. Okay, so we're going to leave it in there for about a half hour. And just to make sure that what you have layered in your lasagna pan does not bubble over while it's baking, you can put some foil paper over the top of the pan just to protect it. Leave it on for about 15 minutes and then take that foil paper off the next 15 minutes of baking. Okay folks, so it's been 30 minutes and I have taken that foil off at the 15-minute mark. So it's been 30 minutes at 350. So let's look at what we got in our oven here. And you can see it's been cooking and it's boiling away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this oven off. Okay folks, so now we're going to pull this out of the oven and see what we got. Doesn't that look beautiful? And so just let it set for a few more minutes on top of the stove or on top of your oven, and Let it cool a little bit outside of the stove before you go and cut into it. So just go around the sides with a spatula if you need to, depending on how it may turn out. I mean, you can tell, but I would just go around the sides before you cut into it. Okay, so that's all I did. I just cut down through it after I had loosened it around the sides. Okay, so with a spatula, you're just going to pick it up out of the pan. It just comes right out. Look how clean that comes up out of the pan. It's really very good. I said, and the smells right now in my house, I said, I'm telling you, it smells wonderful. I really hope you enjoy this one. It's really, really pretty good. So there it is. Let's cut into it a little bit. So good. And there you have it, folks. Enjoy.